Well, hello there, everyone. How are you doing on this fantastic Friday? Hopefully, you're doing outstanding. I've had a very busy week in a variety of different ways. So, before I get talking about something extremely important for all of you about investing in your health, my little disclaimer I am Maskey Finance coming to you from South Florida. And I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an attorney, I'm definitely not a doctor or a nutritionist, etc., etc., etc. So, a couple things here. This week I've watched a variety of different videos from the Gut Summit. Okay, I haven't watched every single one. Time doesn't allow that. Some of them were 20 minutes long, some 11 minutes, some might be an hour, some 40, etc. Okay, there's probably, I don't know, I'm guessing, let me think. There's probably 3 hours or so of videos each day. Okay, but I had to kind of pick and choose. Okay, it was completely free. And those videos will be available, I think, through Sunday. Then the only way to access them would be if you pay to access them, and I'm not going to pay to access them. But the beauty of watching them, and I will try to convey just a teeny tiny bit to you for free, is that it's been a variety of doctors. In the UK, in the United States, it's a variety of doctors, nutritionists, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, talking about health, okay? And they all talk about the exact same thing. It doesn't matter if it's the brain doctor, a neurologist, I think, the person who treats Alzheimer's patients, who studies the brain. She talked about in medical school, you hold the brain, you squeeze it, how it's soft and pliable, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Weighs approximately 2 to 3 pounds, I think, in the average person. To other kinds of people that work in the medical field, okay? So think it's the same message over and over and over and over and over. Avoid ultra processed foods. You know what I mean. The box of cereal, that's 5 different colors. That are fake. The box of whatever from the supermarket that's in the middle aisles. A lot of the ultra processed stuff are in the middle aisles, but in the middle aisles in the supermarket you can find little nuggets, kind of like little financial nuggets. Capers, a little jar of capers, they'll be in there somewhere. Those are healthy. Okay, they're good for you. Just wash the salt off. Okay, but they also talk about the two big things. Here's two big things that I've heard a variety of doctors say this. Dr. Hyman said on his channel, Dr. B, and a variety of different doctors. If you can minimize and avoid ultra processed foods, you minimize the best you can and avoid added sugar. Ultra processed foods and added sugar. Okay, those two things. If that's all you did, you may add, studies have shown, something like 10 to 13 years of healthy life to your lifespan, if that's all you do. So instead of dying when you're 77, now you live to be 90. Instead of being half crippled in your 70s, you're walking and talking, etc., until you're almost 90. Okay, hopefully. But along those same lines, if you incorporate exercise into your routine, your daily routine, walking, swimming, lifting weights, be careful with lifting weights. A lot of people get hurt. They don't even realize what they're doing to themselves. Okay, be careful if you hang out at a gym and you're a guy and you want to get muscular, because I've worked in gyms, I've been in gyms all my life. So many guys want to get buff. Okay, there are guys out there now and girls who are on like a carnivore diet, all meat. They have been doing this since I was younger. People that were younger doing this, who were buff and tough, are now my age. They're getting colon cancer. They're starting to get dementia, etc., etc., etc. Saturated fat in the meat will kill you. You need to have fiber. Minimize sugar, increase fiber. How do you get fiber? It is in almost every single plant out there. And when I say plants, wide umbrella, all vegetables, fruits, legumes, beans, seeds, nuts, mushrooms. Mushrooms are a fungi, but they're still they grow out of the ground. Okay. Am I forgetting something? Spices and herbs. Okay. If you incorporate all of these into your life, included under that umbrella is coffee and tea. If you have a problem with caffeine, get decaffeinated. Okay. If you incorporate all of these into your life in some mixture, Dr. Lee says pick 5 a day. Put 5 more that you don't eat a day into your breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Put them in there somehow, however you want to do it. Pick and choose. The better you can diversify, because diversity with the human body, when it's plants, not meat, not ultra processed foods, fake foods, because those fake foods, aren't they delicious? If you drive by McDonald's or Burger King, Wendy's, Hardee's, and you get a burger and fries and a soda, it's so tasty, right? It's so delicious. If you go in Walmart and you get a cheese Danish or a box of ice cream, it's so tasty because they do it on purpose. They want to make money. The companies want to make money. They're doing it at the detriment of society, okay? We are less healthy now than we've been in a long time, okay? So be the minority and become healthy. Don't just be the exercise buff. Get healthy on the inside, okay? Don't live for the moment and enjoy that piece of bacon and that piece of pie and that piece of cake a lot. Minimize it and add more plants to your diet. Thank me when you're 90. Hopefully I'll be 120 then, if I make it. Okay? So that being said, have you started investing? All right? Are you? A text just popped up. Sorry about that. It's blocking my face. Okay? If I have a habit now of paying my mortgages around the middle of the month. Not all of them. Okay? My seller finance ones I'll drag out till later in the month. It seems like for a while now, every day I'm getting one day earlier, and I'm saving on interest that way. I'm also like staggering some payments, like pay a little bit in the beginning of the month, a little bit in the middle of the end, and what it's doing is saving me interest. Okay, paying the same amount of money, and it's saving me interest, which means I'm paying more towards the principal. Okay, I like doing that. All right, but what I'm seeing, I've talked about this before. I've been in real estate since 2017. Okay, what I'm seeing is my principal payment on my mortgages every month gets a little bit bigger and a little bit less towards interest. Principal payment gets a little bit bigger, a little bit less towards interest. Who's paying those bills? Sure, I'm making the payment, but where do I get that money from? My tenants. My tenants are paying me. I'm paying my principal, my interest, my taxes, and my insurance. I'm paying my property manager. I'm paying for vacancies, repairs, capital expenditures. But the tenants are paying me. You understand the beauty of real estate? Along the same lines, I also invest in oil drilling and mineral rights acreage. Every month, usually once a month, sometimes it's twice a month for each company, or for one of the 2 companies. That's been both companies. Usually it's once a month. I will get an email and I will get revenue put into my accounts from both investments. They've never asked me for more money. They've never said a tenant hasn't paid their bill. They've never said a roof needs to be repaired. Nothing. It's just money coming in. It's revenue. How can I invest in them? I invest in real estate first. By investing in real estate, it amazed me when it happened because I didn't know this would happen. I became accredited pretty quick. Accredited meaning my net worth, not counting my personal residence, was worth $1 million. I never thought about that. I never planned for that. I didn't realize that would happen like that, like it did. Bought my first rental property in January 2017. At that time, my net worth was probably 300, 350, maybe 400,000, maybe from the stock market. And by summer of 2019, my net worth hit $1 million, counting my personal residence. And by December of 2020, my net worth hit $1 million, not counting my personal residence. Okay, and it's been growing ever since. Okay, are you doing the same? You should be. If you watch my channel, you should be. So while you're getting wealthy, while you're increasing your wealth, do what you can to minimize and eliminate ultra-processed foods. Eliminate added sugar from your diet. You get plenty of sugar from nature. Eat a mango. Eat a kiwi. I mean, they're delicious. They're just lots of added sugar, right? Natural sugar. No added sugar. Okay? Minimize stress. Learn to sleep at least 7 hours a night, if not 8. Do the best you can. Minimize external trauma to the human body. You know what I'm talking about. Don't go out and get sunburned. Don't live in a basement where you get radon gas. Don't smoke or don't breathe other smoke. Don't do drugs. Minimize pharmaceuticals that you might take, legal drugs, prescriptions. Sure, if you have a problem, there's a need, there's a time and a need for medication. But medicine copies food. Medicine copies food. Get the book Eat to Beat Disease by Dr. William Lee. I have a video talking about it. And he has worked to develop drugs. And while doing that, he realized we're copying Mother Nature. You don't need the drugs that is synthetic chemicals. You can eat the food. But if you're already sick, you need the medicine to keep you alive, and then you incorporate the food into your diet and you wean out the medication. Okay? All right. My channel, my goal is to give you nuggets of information. I know this is a financial channel. I know I've been beating the drum, beating the dead horse on health. I want you to be healthy. Okay? The missus and I, we both had 100 blood tests and urine tests taken recently. We've seen our results. We both need to do some tweaking. But I believe we are both healthier than the majority of people out there. But at the same time, we got some stuff we got to fix and make better. Okay? $499. I don't care if you're 28 years old. I don't care if you're 75 years old. The information you get from those tests may help you to live longer. I still have this continuous glucose monitor on. It's coming to an end. It'll die out probably by Sunday, I think. Monday, as long as it doesn't fall off, because I'm getting more active. Because I'm knowing the numbers, so I'm getting more active. I'm not as worried about it falling off. So, but I don't want it to though. But you never know. But it should stay on until Sunday. I'm learning how my body responds to a variety of food. I know if I eat a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, like I do every morning, and that's all I have is oatmeal and my berries and my nuts and my seeds and stuff in it, it can spike my glucose. It doesn't go too high. I'm not diabetic, but it spikes it. Okay. I've learned when you spike something, you come back down. To be the healthiest you can be, if you can reduce the spikes, smooth it out, and keep it more level, it will help you. There are ways to do that. Just a simple example, and I'll wrap this video up. If I know my oatmeal with my banana in it, lots of carbohydrates, right? And my berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries, if I can get them. My nuts, I get chopped up almonds I put in there. And my seeds, my flax seeds, my chia seeds, my hemp seeds, my pumpkin seeds, my cinnamon. I might be forgetting something in the almond milk. Okay. I know if that's all I do is eat that, it'll spike my glucose. Okay. But by adding the almonds to it, it reduces the spike a bit. And when I finish the bowl, if I get up from my chair, maybe I even leave my half cup of coffee that's not done yet on the table, and I walk around the house. I did this morning, I did 4 minutes of walking. I did whatever amount of steps I started with, because I wear a Fitbit. When I was done in 4 minutes, I had over 1,000 steps. Okay, I think I started around 400 steps. So it took me 4 minutes. I wasn't running. I was walking laps around the house. And I had like 1,089 steps. My blood glucose peaked at about 140. It normally would peak at 150. It dropped it by 10. Okay? It's smoothing out that curve. All right? I've learned how to do different things. If I eat those almonds maybe a little before I eat the oatmeal, it might reduce it more. I probably won't do that because I'm not diabetic. But I want to smooth it out good. So we'll see. I may switch things up a little bit too. I may start eating eggs every other day. Eggs are healthy. Eggs are a good source of a variety of proteins and amino acids. But you don't want to eat them every day. Okay. But I may eat them occasionally during a week just to switch things up a little bit. Okay. So with that being said, get healthy and get wealthy. Get healthy and get wealthy. Mazske wants you to get healthy and to get wealthy. So that being said, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Mazke's signing out.